Hello, 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 hello. It's Yolanda. Hello, Mary. It's me. How are you doing? You know what? I got my camera turned the wrong way, so I'm going to turn it another way to see if this will work. Okay. Can you see me? Hello, number crunchers. Welcome, welcome. I was trying to turn my camera a different way, but if I did, I can't read the comments. Grateful hearts. Hello, hey, Miss Yolanda. Hello, how are you doing today? Welcome to the chat. Welcome. Glad everybody was able to make it in. Let me do something. Let me turn my volume up. Okay, there you go. Alrighty, I see everybody here. It's me, Tony Yo Man. What's up? We got grateful hearts. Say hey, Miss Yolanda. Hey, what's going on? It's me, Mary, number crunchers. Everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. So you guys, I decided to go live. I wasn't going to, but I'm like, you know, why not? Grateful hearts. It says, hey, Tony Yo, what's going on? Everybody is saying hello to everybody. So you guys, I almost didn't come back. Man, that scene that I had the other day, baby, y'all just don't know. That was something else. But at the end of the day, it's what it is. So we got Bo. Hello, Yolanda in the chat. Hello, Bo. And it says on here, Grateful Hearts, it says, I know you from Latoya's chat. Okay, cool. So you know me from Latoya chat or somebody else you're talking to? I'm just curious. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can you guys see me? So how's it going tonight for everybody? Grateful, hey, Bo. Everybody just speaking to each other. You guys welcome. Glad everybody was able to make it in. So how you guys doing? I'm doing peachy. I'm keen. Edward, hello, beautiful lady. Hey, Edward, what's going on? What's popping, Edward? Edward be in these YouTube streets. Joe Hasbury, hey, my love. Hey, Joe, what's going on? Hello, Chrissy White. It says hello from Alabama. Hello from Alabama. How are you doing? So everybody just speaking. So I know you guys was let's get on that little chat that I did the other day when I was at their shipper. It says, let me see, wait, the chat is going kind of fast. It says you were in Latoya's chat and we was getting to know each other. Okay, awesome. Christy White, good. Number crunchers, hey Tony, everybody's still speaking. So you guys seen that video with what happened? That was something else. I started not to keep the video up, but I went ahead and kept it up. It's what it is. That was something. Like I discussed in the chat, that's not my first time dealing with some stuff like that, but it's what it is. So hey, but you guys, I got a little snack. If you guys want to get a snack, you guys remember these. I got these little peppers. I love these here. So I got that, and which I don't need them because I am on a journey to lose some weight. Yes, I did. I love flaming hot potato chips. So I got me some flaming hot potato chips. So everybody's just still speaking. So I'm gonna eat that. I just want these for now. I shouldn't be eating them because I'm on a weight loss journey. But guess what? I don't care. So I'm here. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing good. Yeah. Again, I appreciate everybody that was able to come in. Y'all know I do randoms. It says so faking cool 1665. Good, how are you? I'm fine. Baby, you are not fat. Oh, I appreciate that, Edward. I appreciate that. Well, I didn't say I was fat, Edward. I was just saying I'm on a weight loss journey. I'm trying to get my weight down. It's me. Hello. It says those are some good tasting chips. Yeah, Bo, remember we was talking about that in your chat? Because, you know, if you guys get a chance, go over and check out Bo 14 Life. She be doing her thing, her little exercise, and I be, you know, coming in when I can. And we was talking about losing weight on the journey. I told her I ain't cutting out nothing. I'm just going to try to move around a little bit more. It says, welcome everybody. It says, please live to support. Yes, I appreciate that on the channel. I'm going to still eat what I want to eat, whether it's chocolate, whether it's chips or whatever. I'm not going to cut anything out of my diet. I just don't feel the need. I'm just going to exercise a little bit more. In case you guys are wondering why I'm eating out of this, because I'm the only one that's eating out of these peppers. I love them. They're sweet. Number crunchers. Oh, they're just speaking to each other. So, let me get back on that live real quick that I had the other day when I had that scene, that little racist scene. Like I was telling you guys, I had to end that chat. I started to go live that evening, but I was still kind of frustrated from it. At the end of the day, as being a truck driver, like I have told you guys, we experienced a lot of stuff like that. That was not the first time. It definitely will not be the last. There's shippers and receivers are like that. There's a lot of people that are like that. When you go to these places and it's just a part of the job, going from different states, you deal with stuff like that. But what can you do? Absolutely nothing. It's what it is. So I've moved on since that. I'm not going to let it cramp my style. Yes, I'm not saying it was shocking, but hey, it happened. Whoever was there in the live, remember exactly what happened, the situation. And at the end of the day, guess what? I'm okay with it because ain't nothing I can do. It happened. There's plenty of places that I've went to that I've dealt with stuff like that, whether it's in a shopping mall, whether it's at just like a regular store. There's restaurants, there's truck stops like that. There's even neighborhoods, subdivisions. You can be out walking, minding your own business. Somebody can come out of their house. They can say, oh, this is private neighborhood. This is private area. Why are you here? You guys see that with, you guys, I know you see that on YouTube with people delivering packages. They deal with that going to certain subdivisions. It's what it is. Unfortunately, that's still happening in 2025. I mean, and it'll keep on happening. So, I mean, that's what it is. I guess you can say you move on, because I have moved on from it. But I just wanted to discuss that. And just let you know, hey, it's what it is, and I've moved on. You know? So, hey. So, I don't see any comments. Did it freeze up? Because if the live freezed up on me already, I'm going to have to go out and come back in again because I don't see any comments. Can somebody comment? Okay, they're still there. Hello. Okay, yes, still there. I was about to say I was going to have to go out and come back in. How are you doing today, Mary? I've seen that video you put up. I love corn. So you put mayonnaise and stuff on that corn. That corn looked so good. And I love corn on the cob. Bold Life, it says, I'm here. Okay, it didn't freeze up. I always say, I'm just going to pop on. It is just to see how many people come to the chat. There's certain days that I've noticed you can go live. You'll get a good amount of people. And there's certain days where it seems like you be live and just nobody really pops in. So I'm just going to play it by ear, you know. It's me. It says, yes, it's really good. Thank you. Yes. I've gotten corn like that when I went to different fairs and stuff. But I never thought about putting mayonnaise on it. I think I'm going to try that, Mary. Because you had mayonnaise and I think you had some type of cheese, or I can't remember what all was on it, but it looked really delicious. It says, that sounds like some good street corn. Yes, I tried some at a state fair. State fair have some good corn. For real, and that's normally why I get some. They have a truck stop that sells that same type of corn that Mary had, Parmesan cheese. Okay, yes. So you sprinkle, so you just boiled that corn, Mary, or did you put it on the grill? And then you had mayonnaise on there and Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna have to try that. I really am. Because it looked delicious. I know it looked real good. So I'm gonna have to try it and see. Cook that myself. Everybody, it says my sister. Oh, your sister. Boarding. Okay, that's cool. So your sister made it. So your sister do all the cooking. Mary, do you be doing any cooking or do your sister just do all the cooking? I'm curious. She said her sister. So everybody in chat, what's been going on, everybody? I tried, you know what? I found a new way to support everybody. Well, I'm not going to say support everybody because it's still hard supporting when you subscribe to so many people and everybody that subscribed to me. I really appreciate that. So my way, it says, no, I cook my meals. Okay then, Mary, I got you. So my way, so like I do now throughout the day, I'll just try to go to as many pages as I can. Those that have a shorts, everybody don't have a short video. So I'll try to watch like 1 or 2 of your shorts because most short video is 1 minute to 2, maybe 3 minutes. And then I'll watch one of your videos, whether it's a 30-minute video, a 15-minute video, or whatever it might be. I'll try to watch it. And then once I, who is this? Logan Cooper. It says, hey, much love. It says, coming over from OG's Tony channel. Hope your day is good. Yes, it is. I appreciate you, Logan. Thank you for coming through. It says, she loves cabbage and corn. That's what she cooked. Oh, okay, cabbage. Now, see, I don't like cabbage. Cabbage is not for everybody. And I don't like coleslaw. That's weird, isn't it? I do not like coleslaw and I do not like cabbage. But I love Brussels sprouts. Make that make sense. It doesn't, but that in my head it does. I love Brussels sprouts, but I cannot do cabbage, and I cannot do coleslaw. You can, or sauerkraut. You can keep them. It's not for me. So, as I was saying, you guys, I found a new way to support. Wait a minute, but I don't know if it's gonna work for everybody. It says laugh out loud, I love. Yeah, see, you like it, but I don't. I'm like I say, you can keep the cabbage. You'll be doing cabbage and corned beef and all that stuff. And I don't like corned beef, so I know I ain't eating. I know I ain't eating no corned beef. Ugh. But some people love corned beef sandwiches. I'm not a corned beef type of person. Okay, I'm not a cabbage person. I'm not none of that type of person. I don't like potato salad. I don't like macaroni salad. All that type of stuff. Nah, I'm cool. Call me weird, but it's what it is. I'm just weird like that. So, I don't know how everybody else support, but the more subscribers you get, the harder it is to support everybody and be on their page. There's some people page I don't get on for 3 or 4 days. And I hope they can recognize that it's not being done on purpose. I get over there when I can. I've spoken on this before. Because I used to try to take like one person and try to watch a lot of their videos throughout the day. And that's, to me, that was kind of hard because I'm not able to get to another. So I just flip-flop and I go back and forth. Like say, for instance, I'll take Mary Page and I'll watch a couple of her videos. Then I'll go over to Bold and I'll try to watch hers. And then another thing, like I say, I always try to catch somebody's live. If I can stay the whole time, that's fine. Because it's Grandma's World. I was in her live a few days ago and I was able to stay the whole time. And then there's times where I can go to somebody live and I can't stay the whole time. It says, oh, reliable. Hey, Yolanda. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the chat. I appreciate everybody that's coming in. I really appreciate you guys. And so what I've been doing the last three or 4 days, and I find out when I flip and I go back and forth to different people's pages and watching a little content here, then I go to the next person and watching a little content there. One person I'm able to catch up and I have watched, like for instance, Killer Dog / he goes by Brooklyn Born. I have watched every last one of his videos, every last one of his shorts. I've been to all of his posts. So I'm caught up with him. So now the thing that I can do with Brooklyn Born is just to go back and watch his videos again every now and then, or basically just wait till he put out a new video. So it makes it easier. Once you've caught up with somebody on their videos, and then if you've just subscribed to me and I've just started watching you, I try to go back from the beginning of your videos and I work my way up. Like I flip and I go back. Now I only go back a year. Now, if somebody got videos that's 2 years old, 3 years old, I don't know if you even get credit for that, but I normally go back 1 year. Some people even just with 1 year got a whole bunch of content. So I'll start back from a year and I work my way up to current date. So I don't know if that's a good way to support or not, but so far that's been working for me. So I ain't gonna lie, I start off on the shortest time because that works for me. So like I might watch four-day videos that's got like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you know, shorter videos, and then I'll go for the longer videos, and then I'll watch shorts. I might click over to their post, and then I'll go to the next person, somebody else that subscribed to me or I'm with them, and then I'll do the same thing. And then the next day I'll go to somebody else. And so what I'm saying is, if you going back and forth like that, somebody in there, you're going to be then caught up with all of their videos, and you watched all of their videos. Now you don't have to do a lot. You caught up, and then you can focus on other people. And then once you just about caught up with the majority of the people or most of them, now what you can do is go to some of their lives. Like if they got lives that are like 30 minutes, maybe an hour, then I can watch those. But some of the lives, like I have a couple of lives that's 3 or 4 hours. You know, if you want to watch them, that's fine. That'll give me that watch time. If you don't, I understand that. I always say, if it's okay, it says Mary, it says yes, most just have to leave parts for a big channel. Yes. And it says it's Mary, it says yes, most just have to leave parts for big. Yes. So, and that's what I do. And then if you got a channel where your lives, like some of my lives can go pretty long, I mean, I really appreciate that if people do go back and hit a replay. But I always say, if you've already been in my live, especially if you stayed the whole time, you've already given me that support, whether I did an hour, 2 hour, 3 or 4. So I wouldn't expect you to go back and watch my live again. But if that's what you wanted to do, okay, that's okay with me, because you're giving me that watch time. So that's why I don't worry about it. Even that those that didn't catch my live, even if they went back and watched my live 30 minutes or an hour, or if they didn't watch it, and if they just watched one of my regular videos, you know, or a couple of my shorts. The shorts, you really don't get credit for it unless you like got millions and millions of hits. So I mean, it's what it is. And then after I've caught up with the person, everybody don't do live chats. You know, like Rachel T, she went live that one time. So I was in her live the entire time. So I haven't went back and hit a replay. So Rachel, I'm basically caught up with her. So now every time Rachel put out a regular video, I can watch that. When she put out a regular short, I can watch that. Same thing with Queen. You know, so I'll use Queen as an example. I go back for a year and I start, and I'm caught up with like Queen. So whenever she put out, I've already watched her latest video, if that makes sense. Well, I'm saying that works for me, but it might not work for the next person. You know what I'm saying? Because some people have some long videos. You can go to some people's page, all of their videos is an hour long, you know, maybe 40 minutes. So, you know, but that gives them more watch time, you know. So again, I always tell a person, support the best way that you can, whatever works for you. And I still try to go in between. Like when I'm pulling a load, if I'm getting, like the other day when I did that live, that's what I went live, because I was getting unloaded. So that gave me that hour to actually do a live. You know, like I do, y'all know, I have pop-up lives. There's people that have their lives set that they go live at a certain time all the time, like maybe every Friday, maybe every Saturday or every Sunday. They stick to that time. Since I've been live, I have never had a set time to go live. I just pick random times. I'm not organized like that. And the reason why I don't pick certain times, like to say, oh, I'm going to go live every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, or I'm going to go live every Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning, because my freight varies from day to day. I might say I'm gonna go live Sunday morning, but I really can't because my load is cost for me to run and I have to start driving. So, and I've told everybody that I'm gonna be live at 10 o'clock. If I was retired and not working, I can do a lot of set schedules like that. But because I work every day, I can't do it. So it's what it is though. It's all good. So like I say here, I'm just on here trying to get some more watch time, just trying to talk to you guys and see how your day is going. I try to check before I go live, and I try not to go live at the same time other people do, but sometimes it happens. Oh, Rachel T. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, Rachel. We was just talking about, well, I was just talking about you. I was. Rachel said, hey, everyone. So, Rachel, we were just talking about how to find times to support everybody when you have a lot of people that you follow and subscribe to. What are some of your ways that you try to catch up? Like I was just speaking about you, like I was saying, once you get caught up with somebody, it makes it a little bit easier because now you caught up with them and you can focus on other people and then you can bounce back and forth. So that's what worked for me. You know, like I say, I pop in people's lives, and especially the ones that's always in my live. Every time I go live, no offense to nobody in here, I make sure that the people that are always in my live, I try to, they're a priority, they're first. And I'm sorry if that sounds rude. And the reason why I say they're first, because they are supporting me. The majority of the people that come in my live, they come in when I first start and they stay the whole time. Even if I'm there 30 minutes, if I'm there an hour, 2, 4. I've had people that have been in my live the whole 4 hours. I mean, from the beginning to the end. It says, I block out times to watch comments and likes. Okay, that's how you support, Rachel. So, Bo, give us an example how you support. Number crunchers, tell us. It's Mary, Tony, yo, man. Everybody in here, kind of throw in the chat how you support, what works for you. Do you pick one person that you focus on for that whole entire day to try to catch up? Especially if you just subscribe to them. Say, for instance, if Number Crunchers, if she just came to my page today and I just subscribed to her, and I go to her page and she's got like 50 videos, and she's got like regular videos, and she's got like 1,000 shorts, and she's got posts, and she's got like, 25 lives, and all of her live sessions are an hour or more. And how do you catch up with something like that? Even if you ran your device, your laptop, your phone, it could take you a day or two. Because I have a playlist that if you run that playlist, because I looked at it myself and I added it up, it is more than 24 hours. I have went to people that have lives, and I have looked at some of their lives are like 5 hours, 8 hours. There's a dude had a live. He's a subscriber of mine. He 12 hours, 11 hours. I thought, brother, man, let me tell you, man, I can't, I ain't gonna even lie. So let me see. What is Bo saying? Bo said, I support throughout the day. I start with the people who come in my lives, then those who come in on my, right. That's what I try to do too, Bo. Rachel, it says, I notice a lot of people that say they subscribe, and I tell them I'm going to sub to them too. They say no because they are just on YouTube to support. They don't post. Okay, yeah, Rachel, it's a lot of people that is subscribed to me that don't have no content. They're just there to watch videos. And I was like that before I started doing content. That's all I did was support people. I would subscribe to them. I would be in their live chats. When I could, I would watch all of their videos. There's a few people that I was like that. I went back and watched all their videos all the way from when they first started, old videos up to the current date. So yeah, but then when I start putting out my own content, it got a little bit more difficult because now I have to focus on my content. And plus, back then, before I had content, I can just say, yeah, I'm just going to rock with 10 people or rock with 20 people. Edward, oh, Edward's saying Rachel. Oh, he's speaking to Rachel. But now that's different. You know what I mean? It's a lot different. Especially when you're trying to put content yourself. And there's some of us that are here that are retired or that work from home or whatever it might be. Okay, Rachel, I do that too. Rachel T said, if I see someone on live, I'm clicking even if it's just to say hi. I have done that. It's me says, I'm all over the place. I do that too, Mary. I'll get off of my live, and if I see somebody live, I'll pop in there. I told you guys, there's times where it's people that are subscribed to me and I'm subscribed to them. It'd be 4 or 5 of them live at the same time. That happened the other night. It was like 7 people and they was all live at the same time. How do you do that? And they're all subscribed to me and I'm subscribed to them. So guess what I did? I just popped in each one of them. I stayed about 10, 15 minutes, and then I popped to the next one. Then I popped to the next one. That right there is a little bit challenging sometimes when you got multiple people on live and you want to support them all. You really want to be there the entire time with all of them, but unfortunately you can't. Okay, Edward, it said it's so many people who subscribe to and moderate. Yes, it's a lot of them, Edward. How do you keep up, Edward? Because I see you all over these YouTube streets. I see Mary. Everybody that's in here, I see them all over these YouTube streets. Edward, give us an example how you support. Like now, you pop in. Edward always pops in my live. Everybody that in here pops in. Some of them stay the full time, and some of them stay as long as they can. And then, of course, there might be somebody that be going live right now as I'm going live, but they wasn't live when I started. Rachel, too, it says, for example, it says Grandma said that she does her cards live on Thursday. So now that I know that, I put it in my notebook to go to her live and support. Okay, well, that's a good idea. Now, see, for me, sometimes when Grandma World goes live, I'm driving. So that can't work for me. So I would have to either do a replay on Grandma's World, and if I can't do that recap, guess what? The other way I have to support her, I have to just play her regular videos and watch some of her shorts. That's the only way I can support, because I cannot catch that live, especially if she was on there an hour, 2 and 3. It might not work with me and my timing. Edward, it says it's hard, especially when everybody go live. Yes, you're right. And then it's hard when you go to people like sometimes. So when I do regular, only times I do long is when I go live. Like if you go to my page, the majority of my regular videos, they're not that long. I think the longest regular video is when I did a collab with Tony Your Man. I think that video is 40 some minutes. And I think the other one, when we did the second collab, it might be 30 some minutes. It says any support is great. Yes. And that's what I see. Even if somebody didn't catch my live, they don't have to do a replay. They would help me out. You would help me out if you just watch one of my videos, even if it was a month ago. Watch it. You know, like I said, I think the longest video I have is not even an hour. So even if you watch one of my videos that was 10 minutes, I'm talking about the full video from the beginning to the end, that still give me watch time. You don't have to watch one of my lives that's an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. I mean, if you did, that would help me out. But if not, I understand. Even if you just come to my page and watch my videos, my shorts, I appreciate that, but I don't get nothing from short videos. The only thing I get is that view from that video. You have to do millions to get anything. That doesn't help me with watch hours. Because I know Bow 14, if I'm not mistaken, it says, yes, that's what I do. I know Bow 14, I had asked her and wondered, she was in either my live or hers. I said, yeah, Bow. I said, I noticed that you took all your short videos away, and I asked her why. And I can't remember, what was your reason again, Bow 14, if she was still in here? And there's a few people, Allison Map, remember we celebrated her birthday? She took, well, I think she brought her shorts back. There's a couple of people took their shorts away and brought them back. Sometimes the shorts is good because it might bring out a subscriber or two, but you got people that don't watch videos, all they watch is shorts. Okay, you got a lot of, I have a lot of people that subscribe to me that are like that. They have I have never, if they have watched any of my videos, they have never came to my live. I'll see them either in my post or they're either on my shorts. They have never came in not one of my live videos, and I have never seen them, well, at least comment. I mean, never came into my live, and I have never seen them commented on a regular video. But I'm not, I mean, that's okay. They're subscribed to me and they're supporting me their way. I don't feel the need to say you need to watch my videos, because if you don't want to, that's fine. But I have noticed that people that are subscribed to me, they have never been to my lives, and they have not even replayed them. If they did, I don't know. And then I know if they're not doing that, they're not watching the playlist. But, and I've never seen them comment on none of my regular videos, but they always comment on my shorts. I got a lot of people like that, you know, that I deal with, and that's okay. Because I look at it that they're subscribed to me and they didn't have to be subscribed to me. So like I said, Mary, like Mary was saying, any support is better than no support at all. You know. But I will say this. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't like the people that, if you can't get to their page when they think you should, they'll come over. I want y'all to see this truck real quick. Look. See if y'all can see it. See that flatbed coming by? He creeping. I wanted you guys to see that. Yeah, he's heading somewhere. He's locked and loaded. I just wanted you guys to see that real quick. I know Mary loves seeing the trucks. So what I'm saying, but I don't like the people that come over to the page. And like, sometimes it takes me 3 or 4 days to get to somebody that I haven't reached out to yet because I'm so busy. And I don't like the people that come over to my page and they'll say, I haven't seen you on my page. I've been watching your videos. Where have you been? Or I watch your shorts. It's like, I wouldn't come over to your page. I wouldn't come over to Rachel's page and say, hey, Rachel, I've been over watching your videos. You haven't been to my, I delete those comments. I do. I don't care. Like, you don't know my schedule, what I have going on. Like, I'm going to get to your page. I just haven't made it yet. And they might have came to my page a few times. And I will say thank you or give them a heart. And it didn't register. I need to go to their page because I multitask a lot. So I might be in the middle of something, but then you leave me a comment and you telling me, I've been watching your videos, but you haven't been to my page yet. Like, why are you telling me that? Because first of all, I didn't ask you to watch them. If you don't want to watch them, that's fine. Don't watch them because you figure you're obligated, or you figure if you watch them, I have to come over there. I'm going to make my way to your page. But to leave, to me, I think that's rude to say something. That's just my opinion, to say something like that. Because I wouldn't go to Rachel's page or Mary's page or Bo's page and say, hey, Bo, I've been over to your page. I've been watching your videos. I haven't seen you on my page. Why are you not watching my videos? Why would I go over there and say that to her? Like, is that going to really make her come to my page? I don't know what Bo 1490 has going on in her life. She might just can't get to my page right away, but I'm quite sure when she can, she will. Even if she don't, that's okay. She's still subscribed to me. So each is their own. It says silent lives are on the increase. It says they're becoming more popular based on the trend. Also looping videos like nature, yes, and other patterns are popular with games. It says they cut in while they're screaming. Okay, yeah, I've seen that. Like me and Bo was talking about this, because you know Bo 14, for you guys that know, she does a lot of silent lives too, and I try to pop in there a lot of times. But she has hers set up. There's some people doing these lives like that, Rachel, where they're sleeping. Have you guys seen the silent lives where people are, where they're supposed to be sleeping? I watched this girl the other night. She was pretending to sleep. That girl was not asleep. You could just look at her face, and she had the camera right on her. See, I can't do that. Like I said, I will forget the camera's on and get up, and I probably would go viral. I'm just not going to do it. Now, I guess if I put my picture up or do something, I guess I could do the silent live. But again, I keep saying, when I get in, I keep saying I'm going to get my other devices, like my laptop, another phone, stuff like that to have, so that I can do that. Because right now, I'm just using one phone, just this one device that I have. I use it for my lives, to watch videos. I do everything on it, my emails, my job, on this one device. Because I never needed other devices like that until I start content. I'm thinking, okay, I got to get some more devices. So that would help me out a little bit more. Well, when you're doing the laptops or computers, you can't leave comments. I think it's only on the phones or something like that. But I'm gonna figure out a way to support it a little bit more, maybe with the devices, so at night when I'm sleeping, I can have someone's video, like somebody's playlist. And that's another good way. You, even if you don't, there's people that don't watch your shorts, and they don't watch your regular videos, and they don't watch your lives recaps. They'll just watch your playlist. Those people that support like that, that's excellent, because some of them playlists, I think Jolia Legacy said, somebody playlist she was playing, and she said it was going for a couple of days or something like that. And I've seen some of them playlists. If you go to some of them people's playlists, some of them playlists, you can literally be playing all week, 3-4 days, 2 days, and then you go back. Because I'm not going to even lie. When I was at home the last time, I'm not going to say, I watched somebody's playlist. I was at home for 3 days. Okay, I took 3 days off. I normally take 4 or 5. And that person's playlist was literally playing nonstop. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, because they had long lives. All of their lives was really long. All their videos was long, and they had everything mixed in there. They had lives, their live chats in there. They had their regular videos, and they just had a mixture of everything. And it's over a period of time that they added all that in there. And I kid you not, by the time I got ready to leave, that person's playlist was still playing. I'm like, whoa, yeah. It's wild that you can play some people's playlists, and you'll be running that bad boy for a long time. It says, yes, I watch how one of them did it. So they recorded a 5-minute clip of them sleeping, duplicated to the video and photos about 20 times. It says then uploaded the cap cut and made the videos. Oh, okay. Says Rachel, it says, so you're not really watching them live, but it looks like it. It says, or yes, you can make a playlist of you sleep while the clips and just let it run. Yes. It says gamers love to watch all of those, and their peak time is from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. because they be up all night screaming. Okay, streaming. Okay, yeah. And there's people that they just love watching your playlist. They like it to play as they're like, say for instance, like me as a driver. Now, what would be good if I didn't need this one device like I do? I can literally, while I'm rolling, have on my headphones as I want or not, and I can pick like Rachel's playlist or Bowl 14 playlist, or just anybody here, Number Crunchers, Tony Yeoman, Edward, anybody that's got a long playlist, and I drive sometime 11 hours a day, I can allow their playlist to play that whole, at least that 11 hours, if I chose to. And then once I stop throughout the night, just make sure the phone is charged. I can let somebody else playlist play too, just as well. So again, like we say, everybody support the best way that they can. Yep. So that's something that I'm still working on, trying to figure out a system. That's why I was asking everybody, what is their way they support? Again, everybody have their way, their way of supporting. The way I support, Rachel might not support that way. You know, it's me might not support that way. You know, everybody is different. But at the end of the day, I always say, long as you support, that no matter how you support, even if you went to somebody's page and all you're doing is watching their shorts, you're still supporting them, you know? So at the end of the day, you do what you do. That's the way I look at it, you know? So at the end of the day, we just keep on supporting each other and just keep doing what we do. We're all in this together. And I always say, YouTube is big enough for all of us. Like, really. YouTube, it's enough to go around for all of us, you know? So at the end of the day, just like I said, being subscribed. Going over there as much as you can and stuff like that, you know? And then there's a lot of people don't even go live, choose not to go live. You know, like, I don't think Queen has ever been live. I don't know. I looked at her. I don't see a live. I think Queen puts out just regular videos and she puts out shorts. So, Rachel went live once. Mary hasn't went live. Mary, when are you going live? Tony, your man hasn't went live in a while. There's a lot of people in here. Bo goes live. She does those shorts. Grandma's World, she goes live a lot. So, you know, you, like I say, support the best way that you can. And some people just choose not to go live. You can go to their platform. They ain't never been live. Now, they got their reasons. Some, like I say, some people just choose not to go live. I go live to be able to talk to you guys, catch up. Of course, watch time too. But, and you got those people that go live every day, multiple times. Mary, what you laughing for? I'm asking you, Mary, when, it's me. When are you going live? Hi, Mary. Woo. Excuse me. Everybody, live is not for everybody. I like to talk, so I can go live because even if you don't want to listen to me talk, I'm gonna talk because I'll talk about anything. I'll talk about a bird flying by. If I can hold a conversation about it, I'm gonna talk about it. I don't care. That's just me. So Mary laughing because I asked Mary when was she going live. She just started laughing. Like, I'm just curious. Yep. So at the end of the day, you know, I appreciate all my subscribers, everybody that's been rocking with me. It is so awesome to see my channel grow. My channel's growing slow. Some people is growing fast. That's good, you know. So Mary, for real, you're going live on Halloween, or are you just playing with us? Because I'm looking forward to that. That's a whole month away. Isn't it Halloween, October the 31st, Mary? Why are you waiting a whole month? She said on Halloween. Girl, I'm gonna be there on Halloween for that live. I'm looking forward to that one, Mary. Y'all see that? Mary, it's me, says she's going live on Halloween. You guys mark that on your calendar. Because I'm going to be there front and center, Mary. For real. Front and center. I hope Mary ain't playing with us. So, we got to wait for Rachel to go live again. Rachel T. She did her live. It says, I'll be there, Mary, supporting you. I know that's right. I'm going to be there. I can't wait to see Mary go live. Man, if I have to drive, like I did with Rachel, I'm going to pull this bad boy over at a rest area or a truck stop, and I'm tuning in for Mary. I'm going to put that on my calendar, girl. It says, Tony, I'm back I was cutting up. Wait a minute. Wait. What he said? It says I was cutting up vegetables. Oh, go on, Tony, with your bad self. You cutting up vegetables. Okay. It says she in the store buying cigs. Who in the store buying cigs? Cigarettes? It says she in the store buying cigs. Mary, who you talking about? It says, did you all know Tony has done interviews or I am late? I'm lost. What you talking about, Mary? You talking about Tony, yo man, he done interviews. Oh, you talking about his, when that, it wasn't IV. I forget the name of the fellow that interviewed him. Oh, Mary. So who is it? Is this Mary's sister? Because it says, it's me, Mary. So Mary went in the store to buy cigarettes, or Mary's sister went in the store to buy cigarettes? Rachel, yeah, we seen that video with his interview. So Rachel probably catching up with Tony Yo Man's videos. Yeah, he's done a few interviews. So Tony Yo Man, he laughing about something. Tony Yo Man, oh, says, this her sister. Oh, okay, it's me. What's your name, sister? Mary always be talking about you. Hi, Mary, sister. Welcome to the live, Mary, sister. Rachel T said, it says, yes, he had done an interview. It popped up on my feed, and I clicked on him and heard some other guy voice and said, who is this? And it says, I was just listening. Okay, then it's Mary's sister. Welcome to the chat, it's Mary's sister. Yeah, Rachel, you talking about that interview that he did. I forget. Tony, yo man, if you still in the chat, what's the name of that gentleman that you did that interview with? It's me, Mary. She said, LOL, I was in the store. See, I appreciate that, Mary. You multitasking. You still in the live and going in the store getting your cigarettes. See there? You doing your thing. I ain't mad at you. I appreciate that, girl. That's enough but love. Pauline, okay. So we got Pauline and we got Mary. Well, welcome. Welcome, Pauline. I appreciate you and Mary. I really do. Yep. That was IV. Okay. So that interview was IV, Rachel. It says it was good. It was IV is his name. Yeah. I couldn't remember. I thought it was the other dude that did the cartoon. I couldn't remember. I knew it was somebody. Well, yeah. When he did that interview, everybody ran over there to watch it. That's cool. It's popping up in the feed. Tony Yo Man is riding through everybody's feed. About to hit that 20K, slipping up on everybody. Congratulations on that one. That's awesome. That is really awesome that you're flying through the feed like that. For real. And so like Mary's probably out and about. And I remember Jolia Legacy used to do that. She used to be out driving, running errands. And she would pop in the live and say, hey, I can't respond, but I can hear you. Before she take off driving, she was like, I'm here, I'm supporting, I can hear everything, sis, blah, blah, blah. So everybody support the best way that they can. It says, Rachel, American 2D did a stitch on him too. And everyone commented, said, we know him. Oh, really? I haven't seen that one. I wonder have Tony seen that one. Who is American TD? I've never heard of that person. Okay. Well, that's cool. He in the feed like that. That's awesome. That's what you want. Yep. Yep. Well, you guys, so it's almost been an hour, but not yet, that I've been on live. It's a few people popping in and out. I always say, living life with Leah. She said, you always say, Yolanda, that you're going to get ready to be off. You're going to be here another few minutes and you're going to log off. And she said, oh, an hour later, you're still saying that. And I was just talking about Jolia Legacy. It's your Yolanda big sis. Hey, twin, where have you been? Look at here, y'all. Look who popped up. I was just talking about Jolia. Jolia, look how we spoke you up. I was just saying Jolia used to support, I know me in particular. Remember you used to be driving around and I would be live and you would be running errands, Jolia, and used to say, sis, I'm here. I can hear you guys, but I just can't respond. And then you would get like at a store, like the grocery store somewhere, Jolia, and then you would comment. You was like, yes, sis, you'll say what you say, I'm going in the store, I'm driving, but I can still hear you, but I just can't reply. It said, yep, she's a great supporter, multitask. Welcome back, love. We're so glad you're here. I know you're not posting content, but we still think about you. Jolia Legacy said, hey, chat, LOL. Hi, Jolia. Everybody is speaking. Yes. So even though Jolia's been out, if you guys know, I always have her in my posts. Always, if you go through my posts, Jolia's all the way. Well, she probably didn't move down, but I kept putting her in my posts over and over saying, hey, let's go check her out, support her, still watch her videos. Whenever she come back, we're going to be here waiting for her, but she's still supporting. Jazzy, hey, Yolanda. Hey, Jazz. So you guys get a chance, go over to Jazzy's channel. Jazz, I need to get in touch with you because I need you to make me one of those bracelets, but I want little trucks on there. I don't know if you can do that, Jazz, but let me know. Jazz said, hi, everyone in the chat. Jolia, Rachel T, hey, hun. Everybody's speaking. You guys connect if you want to. Go over there and check out my girl, Jolia. I have watched all of her videos. I'm still back and forth with her playlist and stuff. Yeah. And I was saying with the one device that I have, Jolia is a great supporter of mine and so many other people. Jolia watches just like the rest of us. She watches a lot of lives, replays and stuff like that. Cookhouse, hello. Welcome to the chat, Cookhouse. How are you doing? It says, I could. It will be, let me know soon as I start back up. Okay, Jazzy, keep me updated on that, what I need to do. How do I get the info to pay you, you know, whether it's Cash App, however you do it. I have an email, Jazzy. So if you go to my email and you email me with information and let me know if you would be able to make the bracelet, how long it would take, and how to get it to me, and we can just touch up from there. It says, Jolia, it says, I was headed to bed and I said, I'm going to check to see if you was live first. Oh, Jolia, I really appreciate that. I really do. Thank you, love. It says, Cookhouse, how are you? I'm doing well, Cookhouse. You guys get a chance, check out Cookhouse. She cooks up some good stuff over there, some good food. She has been supporting me for some time. She comes to my page, check out stuff. I go over there and check her out. I can't get over there. I get over there as much as I can. She knows I'm there. And I know when she's always coming over to my page too. She's a great supporter, different time zone. But she is awesome and she be cooking up some good stuff over there. Jolia, it says worth staying up for a bit longer. Oh, I appreciate that, Jolia. See, Jolia is on Eastern time zone, so she is an hour ahead of me. So it says Cookhouse, nice, yes. So Jolia is on a different time zone, so where she's at, like I said, she's an hour ahead of me. So I appreciate you checking in. We sure miss you, girl. I be over and I'm starting to watch your videos over. Jolie, if you notice, you go to your videos and you see me with multi-comments, I'm coming back again, rewatching them and rewatching them over and over again. All the time I don't leave comments, but see, like Jolie, I have watched every last one of her videos. I have like watched all of her shorts, playlists, all of that stuff. Well, still working on the one playlist, but yeah. So if you want to support, do that. It says Jolie, it says yes, and I go to bed early now since the new job. LOL. That's right, Jolie working at a different doctor's, a different place with the eyes and stuff, eyeglasses and stuff. What do you call it? Ophthalmologist or whatever that is you do, Jolie. I'm not probably not even saying it right, but yeah, she switched jobs. I remember when she did that video and she was telling everybody what was going on with the support. So we understand, Jolie. We really do. Express Baskets and Treat. Hey, y'all. Hey, love. Welcome to the chat. Everybody that's popping in, I appreciate that. You guys know I do pop-up lives, and whoever comes in, I appreciate it. Whether you rock with me the full time or just part time, I appreciate all the love. Jolia's Legacy. It says you're right. Ophthalmology. Okay, yeah. I didn't know if I was saying it right. Let's know. Look at it and make sure I'm gonna spell it right. But yes. All right, and my girl be doing her thing over there. I'm so proud of her. She's looking out for people in their eyes and different things. Because I see a specialist that specializes in like glaucoma. My doctor that I see. Matter of fact, I'm due for my appointment coming up next month, and he has to check my eye pressure for my glaucoma. For you guys don't know, I have glaucoma in my left eye, and it's basically just trying to rob me blind. I don't claim that the devil is a liar, but it's all good. You know, I've had glaucoma in this left eye now for 12 years, and it's still there. I haven't lost the sight completely. But it's about there because I'm having some little challenges with DOT. So therefore, you know, I'm due for my physical. And if my numbers, my eye pressure, and if I don't pass, hey, I just won't be dry. It's what it is. It's what God have in store. And I'm going to have to be okay with that. It says, it meets, hey, boo, how are you? Okay, she's speaking. It says, Jolie, glaucoma is no joke. It says, I hope you're using. Yes, I have medicine that I take drops in the morning and at night. Like I said, I've had glaucoma for 12 years. It's just in that left eye, and it is glaucoma. For you don't know about glaucoma, do your research. It will rob you. It slowly steers that eyesight there. So heck, hey, it's what it is. It's a part of life, and that's what it is. So I'm dealing with it, but I see a specialist, and he specializes in glaucoma. And so what I do is I go into the doctor and they do all of these tests on my eyes. I'm there like a couple of hours. They check you for eye pressure. They put you on this machine, these little dots. It's a long process. And I take drops in the morning and at night. And I've been doing that now for 12 years. And let me tell you, and then my glasses, this side is like a bifocal compared to that side. It's hard to explain, but hey, that's what it is. You know, Kelly, what's up? Hello, Yolanda. Blessings, beautiful. I appreciate you, love. I missed your live today. I normally try to catch her. Callie, you guys get a chance, check my girl out. She's a good supporter of mine. She's been rocking with me for a minute. Says, hello, beautiful chat in the mods. Yes, welcome, love. So Callie is another great supporter of mine. She get over to my page when she can. I try to check her out. In the morning, she's on a different time zone from me, 2 hours difference. Her and her son, King, with his handsome self, they be doing their thing where she be getting them ready for school. She pick them up. I mean, it's just great. She has funny videos. So if you can, check my girl out. She's a great supporter of mine, too. I get over there when I can. She see me when she can. Hey, it's like that. It says, I know that, sis. That's crazy. We're definitely sisters. Yes, we are, Jolia. Isn't that something? I told you we twinning, girl. The dreadlocks, what you did with your eye, look at mine. Yes, we are definitely twinning. I done told you that over and over again, definitely. But you know, Jolia, if I end up going completely blind, I don't know, girl, I'm going to put a patch on mine. I'm going to keep it moving. No, I don't know. I might put a patch. I might and I might not. I mean, it depends. I mean, I don't have a problem with wearing a patch, but the eye is still there. I mean, I don't know. But if I can't see, if it goes completely blind, I'm like, what's the point? I mean, I don't know. I will put a patch on that bad boy and put the glasses on top of the patch, and I keep it moving. Yep, because that eye, man, it ain't no joke. Oh, man, it's a challenge. That's why I say anybody that got their pure eyesight, it's a blessing. Do not take glaucoma for granted. I'm telling y'all, be careful. Get your eye. If you have not seen an eye doctor, go to the eye doctor. Get your eyes checked out. See, I had glaucoma for a long time, and I knew something was wrong, but I was ignoring it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I ignored it. The symptoms, I had all the symptoms because they asked me about it, and that doctor said, you've had this for some time, but you ignored it. It says, what on her page I couldn't find, Callie? Okay, it says, Mom and I are driving home. I'm listening. Okay, Express Baskets and Treats. I appreciate that, sweetheart. It says, Jolia says, yes, please, guys, get your annual eye exam. Aiden, hi, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Jolia is right. Jolia is ophthalmology. Go listen to her. She knows. She works in a doctor's office and stuff. So, I mean, she's there with the doctor. They do this. They check on people. Go. Hi, Aiden. Welcome. Get your eyes checked. See, I figured because I was able to see every day that I was fine. I didn't need to go to an eye doctor. Had I went to an eye doctor yearly and got my eyes checked, my glaucoma would have been caught a long time ago, and I might not be in the situation that I am now. I'm not going to say I was in denial, but I had all kind of symptoms. If you look and you Google glaucoma and see the symptoms, I had every last one of them, but I ignored them. That's just like somebody having diabetes, or becoming a diabetic, or high blood pressure, or heart disease, or whatever. You're going to have some type of symptoms, cancer, leukemia. I can go on and on. It's going to be something there. You know, you if you know your body, you're going to say something is not feeling right. Go get it checked out. Trust and believe. Go to the doctor, people, men and women. Go do a colostomy. Do a breast exam. Do it all. Get to know yourself. Do not neglect yourself, because health is wealth. I'm telling you. And you are what you eat. Even though I'm eating flaming hot potato chips, I'm flaming hot today. But at the end of the day, I shouldn't be eating them, but I'm still eating them. Health is wealth. Trust and believe. I lacked on my eyes with going to the doctor. Had I went, Callie said, that's right, yes. Had I went to the doctor earlier, would I still have glaucoma? Probably yes, but maybe there was something better that I could have done besides basically completely blind in that eye. Yes, I could have done something totally different. It is so sad because I can cover up this eye and I cannot read nothing on that I can't read nothing on that screen. This eye is completely blind. Literally, it's just a fuzz there. That's how bad this glaucoma in this eye. This eye I can see. This eye right here, it's gone, baby. I ain't gonna even lie. It's holding on with a thin thread. That's all I can do. So, and when I take my DOT physical, you have to be able to read a certain line with covering up this eye. And when they cover it up and they tell me to read that chart, I be like, y'all, I can't see nothing. Well, what do y'all got me covering up my eye for when I can't see it? So I'm still working on it, though. I mean, by the grace of God, you know, and the crazy part, you cannot reverse glaucoma. You can't. So it says, do you like my drawing? It's my profile picture. Yes, I noticed you had a different profile, Aiden. I really appreciate it. That's a cool one right there. I love it. The 5Gs, hello, welcome. It says Jolia. It says, but to God be the glory. He gave us 2 of them. Yes, he did. That's what I'm saying. Educate them, sis. Yes, I'm just trying to keep it real. Aiden, yes. I'm keeping it real. You know, why beat around the bush with it? It's what it is. You know, and at first, when they told me about glaucoma, because I didn't know anything about glaucoma until I was diagnosed with it. And the only reason why the 5Gs, yes, thank you, love. The only thing that made me went to the doctor when I found it, I was driving my truck years ago, right? It says 5Gs. Hey, I was driving my truck and it was in the middle of the day, and my eyes they were hurting. I was just having like a blurred, I couldn't hardly see. And I wasn't wearing glasses or nothing because I figured I was just fine. And so I was just driving, doing my thing, and my eyes was just not feeling right. And so I was driving past a Walmart, and they had this big old sign that said, ophthalmologist, the doctor was in, walk-ins welcome. It says, Yolanda, have a blessed and safe night. Just coming in, showing some love and support. And I hit that like button about to lay down. Yes, sweetheart, because I know you got to get up in the morning with King and you got to get him ready for school. Like I said, you're on a different time zone. And sweetheart, I really appreciate you stopping through. And you know, Callie, when I get up, if I'm the timing, you know, we on a 2-hour different time zone. You know, if I'm able to catch you, you know, I'm going to bounce in your chat, even if it's for 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, how long I can stay. I always stop in and show you some love. Blessing chat. Have a good night. Good night, Callie. And tell King I said, hey. Jolia, it says, all I'm just getting back out. It says, making my rounds, supporting right now. I appreciate you stopping through, Jolia. Anytime you come through, sweetheart, you know you are always welcome. It says, not posting yet. Okay. So, Jolia, it says, good night, Callie. Nice meeting you. Yes, you guys all connect. Jolia, we're waiting for you. Whenever you're ready to come back, sweetheart, we are here. We are definitely here. Yes, we are. So like I said, I was driving and I pulled into a Walmart. They had a doctor there where you can walk in. So I parked my truck and it was one of those Walmart. That's why I say God was on my side. It was one of those Walmarts that had ophthalmology in there, and you could just walk in and you just pay a flat fee. So I went in there and they gave me a whole exam. Henry, hey Henry, welcome to the chat. I appreciate you coming in. For you guys don't know, Henry, that's Jolia's husband. He is a great supporter for me too, and I really, really appreciate him. Jolia Legacy, it says, Callie, I will check you out also. It says, I'm enjoying just watching you guys right now. Yolanda, LOL. Yes, Jolia is a great supporter. Even though she's just taking a break, she's still supporting. It says, Water X, it says, I'm glad you're safe from that truck wash. Oh, you were there, Water X? Oh, wow. So you've seen that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yes, I am fine. And we were talking about that a little bit earlier. That was a mess. But you have to remember, sweetheart, everybody is not like people at that truck stop. There's more of us good people that support each other and actually have love versus people like that. So I'm okay with it. Jolia said, what happened? It's a long story, Jolia. I was doing a live the other day. I was out walking. I was getting unloaded. And I was talking to the chat and filming. And I went to a truck wash. And it just had a little scene, like a racist scene. It's in it's in my last live. That's an hour. If you go and look at my page, you will have to watch it, and you don't even have to watch the whole video. Just go to the live and just scroll through. When you see me at the truck wash, that's the part you want to see. And it was some racist dude came out there. They was cursing, telling me to get off their property. Oh, it was a mess, girl. So he was in there. Was a few people that was there. It says, no, I seen your video. I know Queen. Oh, okay. I appreciate that. All right. So you watched it. It says, oh, I'm going to have to watch the live instead of just playing it. Yeah, you don't have to watch the whole thing, Jolie. If you want to see what happened, just scroll to the part where you see me filming the truck stop. That's where it was. The dude supposed to own it, and it was something. It was a mess, girl. I don't even want to. That just messed with me. But see, everybody is not racist. Everybody is not like that. I just happened to run into the devil that day. It says, Tony, yo, man. It says, I will have had my. Okay, well, I can't do all that. Only you was. Whatever. Always, Tony. Yeah. But I appreciate you supporting me coming over from Queen's page. I think Queen had posted that video on her Tony, yo, man, says Jolia, right? Yeah. So Queen, it was a few people posted that. Living Life with Leanne, she posted that. Queen posted it. I think Rachel T. It was a lot of people that I really appreciate that. There was people said that they put it on Facebook, TikTok, and I appreciate it because that type of hate needs to get out. But unfortunately, it's like that everywhere. That's not the first time I've experienced that, and it won't be the last. I have went to truck stops, restaurants have experienced that, shippers and receivers. It's all over the world, trust me. It says, I got the word in my heart and my place on my side always, yes. Tony, your man said, it's me. So I know that God see me through. That person, karma is something else. For that person to have that much heart, that much hate inside of them, it's just sad. But at the end of the day, I don't worry about people like that, because it's more people that is not like that, vices. Because if you watch the video, the guy with the Pepsi that was trying to back under the trailer, look how friendly and nice he was. And then I go over to somebody else that was just nasty like that for no reason. So that's why I know everyone is not like that. And I have a lot of people in my circle that are all different races. So that person doesn't bother me. Yes, it was hurtful that I experienced that. I do think I could have handled it different. When the first guy asked me to leave the private property, I should have just left, but I just still couldn't understand. At first, it wasn't registering. What is wrong with me being here? You know, I am a truck driver. You service trucks. What if I was getting my trailer washed out? Would you not service me? Basically, he was saying, no, I wouldn't service you. And I just wanted to ask questions like, you're a whole business. They were not trying to hear it. And then he comes out to start cursing, get off now. All that was unnecessary. You know, I don't wish anything on no one, but he never know. His business might suffer. He might go bankrupt. You never know. You have to be careful the way you treat people. I could have been a billionaire coming over there to give him the best offer he ain't never had and bought the whole doggone place from under him. He could have retired early due to me, but you know, you got to be careful how you treat people, because I could have been Jesus Christ himself. I'm just keeping it real, whether he's an atheist or not. You never judge a book by its cover. He don't know who I could have been. I could have owned the land that he had his building on, because he don't own the land. Well, he might own that building, and I could have said, hey, I'm selling the land, you got to go. He don't know who I was, but to treat me like that, I mean, I'm just saying, I could have had a business with 1,000 trucks on my fleet, wanted to pick up a contract with them and say, hey, I got 1,000 trucks that I'm going to bring here and I want you to clean them. You know the money he could have missed out by being so nasty and so dirty? I mean, it's just amazing. If you're in business to serve people, you can't serve one person because of the color of their skin. You need to serve everybody, all nationality. If not, don't run a business. That's just like going to McDonald's and McDonald's saying, you know what, I'm only going to deal with white people, or I'm only going to deal with Oriental people or black people. When you got a business is that. Unless you got a sign that said no blacks allowed, I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real. If the sign wouldn't have been up, say, hey, no blacks on my property, guess what? I wouldn't have took my black behind on the property. But you live and you learn, so it's what it is. It says, Jolie, it says, oh yeah, I will be checking out that video out and I will repost it, expose him for sure. I appreciate that, sir. Jolia said that's crazy. It says Water X. It says skip forward to 1858. So Jolia, Water X is saying skip forward to 1858 on the video. That's the mark where he came to confront you. Yes, he did. And it says on there, Jolia says, thanks, Water X, appreciate you. It says people like that don't care. Correct, Tony, yo man. But so, Jolia, if you just want to get a view of it real quick, like you and Henry want to watch it, skip to that part. That's where it all started. Everything else in the video was cool. I was just out getting my walk on, because, you know, I'm on a little exercise journey to burn a little fat. This girl got to get in tip-top shape. So my first mind, I wasn't going to even post nothing. And so my first mind said, why you out walking, getting your little exercise? Go and see if anybody come into the chat and just go live. So I went ahead and went live, and everybody came in. We was laughing and joking. We was talking back and forth. Then all of a sudden, I'm walking and I was cutting through, and I had my phone just showing everybody, because I had my phone flipped around. And I'm just walking, minding my own little business. We was all in the chat. Everybody was talking. I think Rachel was there. I can't remember, was it Rachel T? It was a Tony, yo man. It was a whole bunch of us in the chat. Good amount of people. And we was just chitting. Oh, Queen was in there. It was a whole bunch of us in the chat, and we were just talking and going back and forth. I think living life with Jolie, living life with Leanne. I can't remember everybody, but we was just chit chatting in the middle of the day. Then I'm walking and I was just filming, showing everybody. I even shouted out the truck stop. I was like, oh, them some good people in there. Y'all, if y'all any local truckers, you want to come, you want to get your truck washed, this is the place. They jamming. And I stopped under the tree because I couldn't see because of the sun. And I was trying to read the comments. And so the guy walked out and I had my phone, just wasn't paying attention. And he came over to me and asked me, basically, like, what do you want? Like, what are you doing here? And I was so confused. I was like, huh? Jolia said, the devil always busy. Yes. Water Exit says, yeah, she was in the middle of doing a roll call. Then you said something about can't see good because of the sun. Yes, he's right. So I said, I can't see you guys. Like I was saying, roll call, I'm trying to see who was in the chat. So I said, let me go under this, the shade tree, and it was right next to their building. Actually, I was finna cut through their building, and I was finna loop around and then go back down that street to come up where I was getting loaded at. Just trying to walk that hour while they was loading me, trying to get some exercise. The 5Gs. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. So I had told you guys in the chat, I said, I'm going to go this way. No, I might not go. I said, but wait a minute. I can't see because of the sun. And I said, wait a minute, let me step over here. And then I was looking at the chat trying to read it, and he just came out of nowhere. And he walked up to me. You have to listen as he walked up. He asked me, what was I doing? And I was like, oh, I'm trying to read my comments, this or that. I can't remember what all I was saying to him. But this is one guy, and he was telling me this is private property. You got to leave. I was so stunned because I was looking around like, I was looking for signs that said private property, no trespassing. It says, I'm homeless on a purpose. So it says, love you. Hello, love you too. Welcome, welcome to the chat. So I was looking around for the signs that said private property. Like normally private property, people will have a sign. I guess not always. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. But normally people would have a sign and it would say private property. And because, I got a cousin that lives on like a farm, not a farm. He has a whole bunch of property, and a lot of people like to go hunting. So he got the sign and he says private property, no trespassing. So now if I would have seen something like that, I wouldn't have approached it because it strictly says private property, no trespassing. But this is a legit business. And nowhere there it said private property and it didn't say no trespassing. So I was so confused. And I'm a truck driver and I'm looking at all the trucks. Some of them was getting trailer washed. They was getting their trailer washed out. You guys seen it. They was washing. They was detailing. I showed you guys. I said, oh, look at them. They getting down. They're doing their business. They this and that. And I was doing all of that, not thinking none of it. And so then when the dude was asking me to leave, yes, I should have left because I've talked to multiple people to say, hey, did I handle that right? What should I have done differently? Everybody was saying I would have just walked off. Well, I know that's what to do, but I was still confused because I couldn't understand. I'm thinking I'm a truck driver. And I asked him, okay, what if I was having my truck cleaned or detailed? He said, well, we're private something. He said, we wouldn't do your truck anyhow. And I'm like, huh? Like, why wouldn't you? He wouldn't do my truck because of me. And that's when I said, well, I bet if I was white, blonde hair or white, but yeah, I said it because it's the truth. And so I said, well, where is the supervisor? Or I might have said who owns it or something. I was asking because I was so confused. That's when the other guy came. He just walked over there and he just started saying, get the F off my property. I could have been broke down. I could have needed help. I could have been stranded, whatever. My truck could have been in their shop for all they know. I could have been team driving with somebody else and waiting for them. They didn't care. They didn't care what was going on with me. They just wanted me off of that property. And it was because it was the color of my skin. It was as simple as that. Let me scroll back down here. It says, I'm home and love you. It says, yes, ma'am. It says, it's Doe Rare. Met LOL. Okay. Jolia, it says, we will continue to pray for those of ignorance. Says, yes, we will. It said, it's me in Texas. You have to have, it says, Jolie, you have to, it's me, yes. It says private property sign. Yes, that's what I was gonna say too. It's Mary. Certain states that yes, if you got a private property sign, everybody knows. There's people that have houses that like live in the South, in the country, in the backwoods. I pass them all the time. Some of them have signs right on their yard says private property, no trespassing. I would not go on nobody's property that said that. Had they would have had that on their property and says private property, no trespassing, or even just private property, I didn't see it nowhere on that property. You know why? Because it's not private. When they said private property, that was their way of telling me to leave. They did not want me there because they basically didn't like the color of my skin. I don't mean to be rude. I know for a fact if I was a white woman or if I was a white man, he would not even approach me. They would have probably thought that my truck was there, I was getting service, or I was with somebody or waiting. Now I'm gonna keep it real. What if I was with one of those white people that was there and they were training me, like one of the white men or the white women that was there getting their truck, like it was a truck that was in the bay, they was cleaning out his trailer. What if I was with him? What if he was training me and I was his student? So, and I got out of the truck to go to the bathroom. They would probably deny me to even, they would probably tell me to leave their property. And then what if he said, wait a minute, this is my student. I'm training her. Because I'm going to tell y'all a story that y'all don't know. When I was in training, that happened to me. I had a white trainer that trained me. And we went to a situation, it wasn't at a truck wash, it was at a dealership where he needed services on his truck. He was an owner operator that was training me. And he was damn good. JD, man, you the bomb, baby, because I learned from the very best. The boy was bad to the bone, okay? So he trained me, but he was so pissed. That happened to me and him. Same situation, almost similar. He was getting his truck service. I was in the back of the bunk because I was sleeping because we would drive different times, right? He was out doing his thing. Let me see. It says private property. It says Rachel T. That's sad. Praying for you. I appreciate it. It really is. Right? Yes. So I was in the back of the bunk. This was years ago, though. That shows you racism has been around for a long time. So I was in the back of the bunk, but I got up and I realized he wasn't in the truck. And I looked. I'm like, okay. I knew he had to come and get some service to his truck because it was still under warranty, right? So I hopped out of the truck because I had to go to the bathroom. So I come inside to make my way to the bathroom, and this lady, I ain't gonna go there, she stopped me. She was like, can I help you? And I was like, no, I just need to go to the restroom. She goes, no, you cannot use our restroom. That's a private restroom, and it's for customers only. And I said, well, I am a customer. She said, a customer? How are you a customer? We deal with trucks, semis, or whatever. I was like, yeah. It wasn't my truck, but I said, yeah, my truck is in the bay getting service. She goes, no, ma'am, your truck is not in our service your truck is not in our bay getting service or whatever. So then my trainer, JD, he walks in, he said, the first thing he said, I guess he overheard it. He walked in, he said, what the F is going on? And so the lady looked at him and she was like, well, I'm just telling her she's here and she needs to leave our property. He said, leave your property? What do you mean? He said, she's with me. And then the lady was like, huh, with you? What do you mean? And he said, it don't matter. What you telling her to leave? This is a public place, right? And they started going back and forth. And he was like, no, I got my truck here. That's my student. I can't believe you went there. He was so mad. He said, pull my truck out of the bay now. Why would I give you money and you acting like this? You're asking her to leave for what reason? And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know she was with you. It doesn't matter. He said, it doesn't matter if she was with me or not. The point being is she's trying to go to the restroom and you telling her she have to leave. Why does she have to leave? What if she's a truck driver? What if she got her own truck here? And he was just going back and forth. He really stood up for me. But at the end of the day, he was so pissed. They had his truck in the bay. He was trying to tell him, look, pull my truck out of the bay. I'm not trying to spend my money with y'all, blah, blah, blah. Y'all some ignorant people. He kept apologizing. Yolanda, everybody's not like that. You know I'm training you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I know this. So that's not my first time. And won't be my last. But it happens to a lot of people, believe it or not. It's pretty sad. Yes, it is. Let me go. Swanee, it says, hey, my beautiful sister. Hey, love, welcome. How are you? I'm doing fine. How are you? We're just talking about the situation that happened. Animals Lover 3205. It says, like done. I appreciate that. Good morning. Well, good night now for us, but good morning to you. It says, Swanee, it says, I will be on. It says, I can't message. I have a lot of work to do. Okay, I appreciate you. I am fine, animal lovers. Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys coming in. Like I keep saying, I'm going to get off in a few minutes. I might let it run to 2 hours. I don't know, depending on who keeps popping in. But yeah, so I've had that situation so many times, like Water X, like I was telling him, that it's nothing new. Because being a truck driver, it even happens to you go to certain department stores. So it says, all right, sis, in the chat, good night. All got to get some rest. Okay, sweetheart. Jolia, thank you for stopping in, sweetheart. I really appreciate that. You know, I still check out your videos, even though I put them on replay, because I watched all of your videos over and over. I will continue to watch them because it give you that watch time. I will continue to put you in my posts. You know, I see your subscribers is going up. I'm so happy. Congratulations. And we're still going to support you, sweetheart, because I know you are still supporting. Whenever you're ready to come back, we're here. I'm glad you are fine, doing well. Your beautiful family. You guys just hang in. I will keep you in prayer, love. And remember just to keep me and everybody here in this chat in prayer, because we all in this together. So whenever you're ready to come back, love, we are waiting on you. We're going to still come over there and watch your videos over and over and over again. Everybody go to Jolia page, pick a video, and just keep watching them, because it'll give her that watch time. So when she hit that 1,000 subscribers, bam, she going to get paid. There you go. All righty, Jolia, sweetheart, you have a good night. It said, appreciate you. I will be making my rounds to everyone's channel. We know you do. We know you do. It says, I am Shawani's husband. Okay, well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome to the chat. So, you know, that's not, like I said, that's not my first time having a situation like that, dealing with racism. I have went to shippers. I have went to receivers to pick up loads, to deliver loads, where they didn't even want me there, but they had no choice because they had to get the load. Henry, good night, Henry. Thank you. That is so cool. Jolia and her husband are subscribed to me, and they support me. They subscribe and they support so many people. You know, they celebrate their wedding anniversary not too long ago. They always travel. A beautiful couple. They have a beautiful family. I love Jolia. I always say Jolia is my twin because we have a lot in common. Not only dreadlocks and stuff. Hers are long and beautiful and healthy. That's my girl. I love Jolia. I've been rocking with her for some time now. She's a great supporter. Her and her husband, Henry. Yes, Rachel T. If you get a chance, go over there and check out Jolia's. They got their thing with their wedding anniversary. If you scroll through some of her videos, and it is so awesome. And then they got a short where he proposed to her and how she was bouncing around. Yeah, they're good people. They really are. I love them. Beautiful couple. So yeah. So like I say, we all somewhere and they're gonna deal with some type of racism. I have dealt with it too, like out of town traveling, not even in my truck. Rachel T said, I sure will. I have been traveling and just in like what I call a uppity area or higher area, whatever you want to call it, and go into like one of those strip malls somewhere, and it's a town where it's predominantly one race there, and then I get out and then I go in and they're watching me. They walking up to me saying, well, can I help you with something? Or what do you need? Or you can't, you know, like I remember one time where I was in a place and I was trying to, I want you guys to see this if he goes this way. And I was trying to purchase a purse, a bag. And he was telling me that, so the person came over to me. It says, Jolie, it says, we are twins for sure. Sis Rachel, I hear so much about you from Yolanda. I will be checking you out. Tony, yo, man, love you, my brother. It says, don't start any more fires. Oh, I don't know if Tony, yo, man's still in here. What she said? Jolia said, Tony, yo, man, don't start any more fires, huh? Jolia, love. It says the Five Guys. It says, still here, Joe, but a bit tired. I appreciate that, five Gs. If you get tired, sweetheart, you welcome to leave the chat. I appreciate those that are coming in. I'm going to talk for a few more minutes and I will end the chat. Whoever wants to stay, I appreciate that. If not, I do understand. And you guys that was here, don't worry about a replay. You're here. I appreciate the time that you guys were here. I really, really appreciate that. It says the 5Gs. I appreciate you. You guys check out the 5Gs. She be putting up some awesome stuff. I love all of them shorts that she do. I mean, it's just awesome. All the videos. I get over there as much as I can. I try to support as much as I can. It's Mary. It's me. It says, I'm still here. I appreciate you, Mary. Like, again, I say, Mary, if you got stuff to do, anybody that's here, they need to go off, do what you need to do. I thank you for the time you've been here. It says, same Jolia. I feel like I know. Let me see. Let me scroll down a little bit. Hold on. It says, Rachel T. It says, same Jolia. I feel like I know you already. Yolanda mentions you every live. I mentioned her because that's my girl. I'm telling you, Jolia is my twin. I'm talking about like real twinning. For real, for real. If you see her videos, me and her have so much in common. She knows so much about me just from watching my videos. It says animal lovers. I appreciate that. I don't know what it's saying, but I can't even read that. You're going to have to translate that for me. Okay, 5Gs. Oh, I thank you, 5Gs. Let me flip this back around. Yeah, I always mention Jolia in my live. That's because, you know, me and Jolia have been connected a long time. I've been rocking with Jolia for a minute. I don't know, we just have so much in common from when I first met her. From the dreadlocks, like Jolia, her eye, she messed her eye up when she was younger. You know, my eye is basically, it's just a lot. You know, she been married a while. You know, I'm a widow now. So, I mean, I was married, 30 some years. So, yeah. She might not have been as married as long as I have, but she's still been married a while. She's, you know, have kids. It's just a lot we have in common. That's all. I guess that's why me and her connect so well. Just we have a lot of similarities in our lives. Maybe that's the best way to explain it. Oh, Jolia is still here. It says, oh, Rachel, she is a part of the reason why I came back so soon. LOL. I wouldn't go without being in my Yolanda's live. LO, yeah. And then when she makes videos, she mentions me too. A lot of her videos, she'll say, oh, Yolanda, if you was here, these cherries. Or I know, Yolanda, you love sunflowers. We just have so much in common. I guess the connection or something. And I think it's pretty cool how me and her connected, though. And I'm always finding myself mentioning Jolia. And somehow or another, she's always mentioning me. I mean, we support a lot of people. But it's like, and I think maybe because of her zodiac sign too, you know, by her being a Gemini, I'm an Aries. It's I don't know. I ain't gonna go there. But yeah, we just have a lot in common. It just happens, you know. It says, Monea sign like done. I appreciate that. It says good morning and good night. he said, he said good morning and good night. All righty, that is Swani husband, you guys. He said good morning and good night. I like that. Good morning. You know what? I'm going to use that one because people are on different time zones. Good morning and good night. I like that. That's a good one there. Rachel T. It says, I love that so much. I just went to your channel. Your locks are gorgeous. Yeah, Jolia has some nice locks too. Hers are long. They're healthy. It's all about healthiness. And her skin. She's got some good skin like yours, Rachel. Y'all got that good skin. Because, see, Jolia eats clean, too. She eats well, too, just as well. That's why she got that good, smooth skin like yours. I'm going to get my skin back there, y'all. It's the stress being on the road. But Jolia's got, her skin is flawless. Girl got the going on. It says, Jolia, it says, oh, thank you, Rachel. Trust me, I will get to your channel. I'm so glad you guys connected. That is so awesome. I think you guys will do well together. You guys have a lot in common, too, with the cooking and all the stuff that you do and different things. Yeah. Rachel T. It says, I'll definitely support you. Thank you, love. Oh, that is awesome. Rachel T. Yolanda, your skin is pretty, too. I appreciate that, but it can get better. It's going when I come off the truck and I'm able to start eating really clean again and not like this, it's gonna get back fresh. My hair gonna get thicker and fuller. I want to sit on my locks one day. They gonna be there. Yolanda, Tony T. It says nice skin. I appreciate that, Jolia. Yolanda, I listen. I see you on skates. 60 where? Not 60 yet. I'm there. It's almost. I'm knocking on this door. I still got a couple. I'm almost there. I'm right there at it, though. God's will, I want to have a 60th birthday bash, and I'm going to invite all y'all. And I'm going to got my weight down. I'm going to put on my high heels. I'll be like, yeah, baby, this is what 60 looking like. Yeah, baby. Have y'all seen a 60-year-old? But you know, there's a lady that's 72. And if I can remember, you guys, I'm going to post her on my my post. If I can remember, I have to find a good video of her. But baby, I'm like 72. Where? Girlfriend, skin, but she eats clean too. She eats really, really clean. Yeah, she's really, really, really clean. It says good night, America, and good morning in India. Yes, you're right, Mana. It is the time zone because you're in India. Tony, yo, man. It says I can outskate. Man, okay, I would love to see you on skates. When you get on some skates, Tony, make sure you videotape that, because that bad boy gonna go viral. Make sure you videotape that, Tony, yo, man. It says, oh, I'll be there in the flesh, but I am not putting no skates on. It says, Tony, I'm not putting no skates. It says, it's me. It says, if everyone comment on the live after you, often it says, I can find everyone channel. Oh, I see what you're saying, Mary. Mary, you can get their channel now. You know what? If I make you a mod, you can go to their page right now, Mary. Hold on. I'm going to make you a mod, Mary. I thought you were. Add as in moderation. Okay. There you go, Mary. Mary, now, put a comment in there, Mary. Mary, once you turn blue, you can just tap them. Okay, there you go, Mary. Now you can go to anybody's page. You can only go to their page right now if you're a mod. I'm sorry. So now you're a mod. You can tap. Tell me if it works. Tap on anybody's page, and you can go right to their page, and it'll ask you, do you want to, it'll take you right to their page, Mary. You should be able to do it. Let me know if it's working. Because I know when you blue and you are a mod, you can go to anybody's page. All you got to do is go to their little circle and click on it, and it'll take you right to their page. You should be able to do that now, sweetheart. Yeah. I always flip my camera when a truck comes because Mary likes to see the trucks when they go by. Every time I go live, even if Mary not in the chat, and when I see a truck go by, I always flip the phone around so Mary can see. Okay, we back. But, hello. Bronzo, hello. Welcome to the chat. How are you? Welcome, 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 Jolia. It says, I'm not doing this with you tonight, Yolanda. Wait a minute. What you said, it says, I'm not doing this tonight with you, Yolanda. It says, if I follow you, I'll be on here for another hour. I got to go to sleep. Yeah, girl, go on to sleep. I'm going to the office. You going to the office? It says, good evening. Good evening, sister. Well, good evening. Welcome to the chat. Like done. I appreciate that. It's Mary. Yes, Mary, it works. Yay. See, I forgot, Mary. I didn't even realize that I didn't make you a mod. I wonder, did I make Jolia a mod? Where's Jolia at? Wait a minute. Let me find her name. Because Jolia should be a mod, too. No, I'm going to make Jolia. She should be a mod. I don't know why I ain't got my twin. She's not a mod? Like, wait a minute. What am I doing? So Jolia should be in there. And where is Henry at? If I can find him. Hold on. Where? I don't see him. I'm going to have to wait till Henry pop back in. Wait. Y'all give me a moment. Let me scroll. Henry was just in here. Wait. Jolia. Here's Henry. Because they have been supporting me since day one. But you guys already know. You guys always see Tony. Tony rocks with a lot of people. But Tony, I always say it. Tony put me on the map, baby. When I went, it says he knocked out, left me. Okay, yeah, but I still got him as a mod. I strolled back and seen him. Bronzo, hello, welcome. If you guys always say, you know, Tony, your man put me on the map for real. A couple of people put me on the map, but I really got put on the map when Tony, your man did that collab with me. A lot. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. The majority of my subscribers are from Tony Yo Man's page. I kid you not. He's got, not all, because he got a lot of subscribers. He almost at 20K. I wish all of his 20K would come over and rock with me, but I understand that everybody don't like me. Everybody don't rock with everybody like that. Like, say for instance, if I went in Rachel T's live, right? Because I was on Living Life with Leanne, I had went on her live. And sometimes you don't rock with everybody. And that's okay. They'll say, like I always say, everybody connect. But there might be somebody on there that I'm just not connecting with. And it's as simple as that, and I respect that. That's crazy. It says, I met Tony because of you, Yolanda, LOL. Yeah, and there's so many people that I met through Tony's page. Like I said, the majority of my subscribers are from Tony Yoman's page. I kid you not. I say out of almost at 700, I say 500 subscribers I have, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, they're from Tony Yoman's page, and the other 200 are you guys and other people. It says, Rachel T, I love that. It says, thanks Tony, you're amazing. Tony connects a lot of people, and I know you guys see him on my page a lot, but Tony is all over these YouTube streets. He is always up there in people's lives. I be seeing Tony all over these YouTube streets. Rachel T, and it says, I met Tony through YouTube. Oh really, Rachel? How cool is that? Jolia, it says, Rachel, Tony a mess, girl. You ain't lying. Tony is beyond a mess. That's my boy. I be rocking with Tony. Do not be playing. That's my boy. I'm telling you, that's my ace in the hole. Tony, that's my mentor, and he brings a lot of people up, and he tries to support everybody. I be seeing him all on there on Grandma's World. He be all on there on Chill Will's World. Tony be in these YouTube streets. Tony do not be playing. I be seeing him everywhere. He be over there on IVs. I mean, just about anywhere. Now again, we don't all connect with the same people. Some of the people that he rock with, I might not rock with. He be on It's Me channel. If you go over there, I've seen him on, I think on Rachel's or Jolia. He just be all over the place. It says, Rachel T. It says, honey. It says, I'm on the floor every time laughing. It says, he reads this email and the other day and I was crying. Yeah, he be clowning, don't he? He be straight clowning. He be clowning. And that alcohol and all that stuff, when he be drinking, be talking about them different drinks, I be bugging up. Sometimes I can't catch him right away because the time he put his videos out, but I try to catch him. And one day when I get a chance, because I have relocated, I want to do another live with him and stuff. And I've been liking them lives that he's doing with his daughter. Yep. But he's another great supporter. And when he rocks with you, he gonna rock with you. He will rock with you for real. Do a collab with him. All you gotta do is reach out to him. If you're in the area, he'll do a collab with you, sure will. All you gotta do is contact him. I think he's got his email and all his information right there in his profile. He's good people. And he is a great supporter. I see him supporting so many people. He be on people's pages, I'm telling you. Tony be in them YouTube streets. I said, I seen him in somebody's live one time. I said, dang, partner, you all over the place. And he just was sending laughing emojis. It says, Jolia Legacy says, okay, last time I'm saying good night. I pray God protection over you, sis. It says, stay safe, and I will see you till tomorrow. It says, send me an invite to your party so I can book my ticket. I know that's right. I would love for everybody to be there. If it's God's willing, you better believe. Shoot, y'all, we gonna throw it up. But you know what? I'm not gonna look that far. I just say each day is a blessing by the grace of God. I just can move on, you know. So because the reason why I don't say it, because I always remember, you know, my husband passed away right before his 60th birthday. Yep. If he was still here today, he'd be getting ready to turn 61 coming up here in a few months or so. So, but you know, it's what it is. Life goes on. Oh boy. Yep. It says Rachel T. It says Tony be everywhere and I don't know how. Tony be all over the street. Probably got all them devices like everybody else. Rachel T. It says night, Jolia. Hope you get sweet rest. Yeah, sweet sleep. I'm sorry. Yes, Jolia, get you some rest, sweetheart. Hope you enjoying your new job. You and Henry, y'all have a good night. So, you guys, for real, I'm going to get ready and wrap this up because the chat is getting a little slim. It's almost at 2 hours. I might stay the next 15 minutes and let it be at 2 hours, and then I'll call it quits for the night. So I'll give it about 15 more minutes. It'll be exactly 2 hours. And everybody that rocked in here, it says, oh, wow, sis, I didn't know that about hubby. Right, night, Rachel. Yeah. He died, yep. When he passed away, yep. I was running local. And I was at work, and I'm going to tell you real quick before you leave, Jolie, in case anybody didn't know. So, like I said, me and my husband, we met. I was young. We was in school. Like, I was in, like, middle school. That's how long we've been together. So, he had been sick, diabetes. You guys need to get checked for diabetes and all of that stuff. But he was a juvenile diabetic since he was 13. So, long story short is, we met when we were just young children. And oh, look at me spin my chip. And so, long story is, we we just hooked up from there and went on with life. Got married, had kids, all the good stuff. So, he had been sick off and on throughout the years, but for the last 3 years, he was really sick before he passed away. He had a double transplant, a kidney and a pancreas, which really helped him out. And then he had to take medications, and the medications caused him to have cancer. So he had cancer, then he had to do chemo. It was just a mess. But I thank God he was around as long as he was. So what happened is, it's weird how God worked, because I was running local, which I did. I was at home every day. So I went back on the road when he passed away because I figured I had no life. What am I here for? But that's another story. But either way, here and there. So I went to work that day, and I was off those 2 days. And it was weird how I said, like, why did he pass when I was there? Because it could have been something that I could have done. So make a long story short, I went to work that day, and he hadn't texted me. He would normally, like, get up and cook breakfast and take his medicine and send me a text, take a picture of, like, Tony said, rest in peace. Yeah, I appreciate that. And he would, like, send me pictures and stuff of, like, the food or whatever he cooked. And then we have cameras in the house, so I can look at the cameras and see. And I can see him roaming around doing this little thing. And when I ain't think nothing of it. So I had tried calling him. No, matter of fact, he had called me that morning. And I said, well, how are you feeling, Dre? His name is Andre, but we call him Dre. So I said, how are you feeling this morning, Dre? He said, oh, I'm in a little bit of pain, whatnot. I'm going to take a couple of my pain pills. And when I take them pain pills, I'm going to try to lay back down. Jolie, it says, thanks for sharing that. Continue to post those throwback pictures of you and God. Yes, I will. So we talked briefly, and I said, okay, we'll try to get you some rest, this and that. And so he was supposed to call me back. It is hours later, but I'd hear nothing. So I was calling him. And then my father-in-law was calling him, and our youngest daughter, we have 2 daughters. The youngest one kept calling me. So she called me. She said, Mom, she said, have you spoke to Dad? And I was like, no. She said, he's not returning my call, and that's weird. Then my father-in-law reached out to me. He's like, have you talked to Andre today? And I was like, no. And I said, well, let me call him. And I kept calling. Right there, I knew something wasn't right. And I didn't see him on the camera. So I turned the camera, and you can talk from my cameras, from my phone. And I was like, Dre, trying to talk, but I wasn't hearing nothing. So I went back on the camera, and I can just see he was in the kitchen, and he made his way back to the bedroom. So I told him I was under load. I'm like, I ain't gonna tell you what I said, but I said bleep this load. So I took the whole truck and the trailer to the yard. And when I drove it, I dropped it. I said, look, I gotta go home because something ain't right. And man, so from the yard where we park our trucks and our cars, it takes me 30 minutes to get there, but it took me 15 minutes because I was in the wind, right? And I'm like, if the police stop me, they just gonna have to stop me. So Jolia, it says, thanks for sharing and continue. Okay, yeah. It says death has a sting. It can be explained. You right. So can't be explained. So yeah. So at the end of the day, I drove home, and when I got there, I pulled up the garage couldn't go up further enough, so I didn't even pull the car in the garage. I just jumped out because I knew something wasn't right. And then when I went up and I put the key in the door, when I put the key in the door, I can remember like it was yesterday. So when you walk through, you could see straight back to the bedroom, and then there's the bathroom to go to one bedroom, and it was just so, excuse my French, fucked up. And when I looked, he was laying face down. And I just stood there and started screaming because I already knew he was gone. I ran over to him and I dropped and I was just screaming and hollering and just shaking. He was ice cold. I was like, Lord Jesus, why? I just don't understand this. And it's like, that's when you start questioning your religion. Yeah, I took it there. Because I'm like, I just don't understand this here. Call 911. They got there. They worked on him for like 30 minutes. And I knew he was gone. They knew he was gone. But they just had to do what they have to do. I guess that's their procedures or whatever. And it was crazy. Because I called my daughter. She flew over there. The police escorted. It was a mess. It was just, it's still unbelievable. Um, and I just said, had I been there, could have been different. You know, you question yourself. What if I didn't go to work? What if this? What if that? But I say, we all have an expiration date, and only God knows that time. And I said, well, you know, heaven just couldn't wait. And I look at it like this. You know, he had served his time. That's the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's what it is. I still have my days, but you got to remember, me and Andre had history. We had our ups, we had our downs. You know, 2 kids, grandkids, and we had plans. We had so much stuff, so much living to do, and it just didn't happen. That's what I say. Anybody in a relationship, you got a husband, you got a wife, you know, girlfriend, boyfriend, fiance, whatever you want to call it. You know, if you ain't told them you love them today, please do it. If you haven't hugged them, hug them. And if you're fighting or arguing, make sure you clear that up before you go to bed, because each day is not promised and you just never know when. And it is definitely mind blowing. I would never get that out of my head. You only see shit like that in the movies when you come home and find your spouse dead, gone, however you want to say it. Forgive me, you're supposed to say unalived. I don't know what you're supposed to say on YouTube, but at the end of the day, it's what it is. I just know one thing. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. I can tell you that. When somebody leaves you so quickly like that, and y'all had so many plans, y'all had so much living to do, and they just go, even though I knew he was sick, but I still thought that he would be around so much longer than what he was. You know, that's crazy, man, when you think about stuff like that. How funny a person can be here one day, and then whether it be minutes or an hour, and the next day they gone. And I say, how long was he laying there on that floor? You know, what can I have done differently? You know, why it couldn't have happened while I was off work or before I went to work. Why when I go to work it happened? Could I have saved him? Would the situation be different? That's something I would never know. And I don't think it was intended for me to know. Maybe God had it that way, that he wanted me to be at work. I know one thing, he's not suffering no more, because he went through a lot. Chemo, radiation, double transplant, diabetes, high blood pressure. He fought that fault since he was 13. And after that, you know, is what it was. So, you know, so now he is 60 years old, and you know, he's in a better place. I know he's in heaven, and I know he's not suffering no more. I know he's not. So, you know, it's what it is. So I tell you all, if you got anybody that you love, I'm telling you, don't take it for granted, because when they gone, man, your life gonna be fucked up. For real. Yep. So it's what it is, though. So you have to be okay with whatever God has in store for you. You know. So let me go back and check up on this comment. Okay, here. Tony, your man, rest in peace. I appreciate that. Jolia, thanks for sharing that. I continue to post those throwback pictures. Yes. It says Def how yes, can't. Yep, I appreciate that. It says, wow. It says, I really hate that happened. Yeah, hey, it's what it is. Yep. Relive that sister, praying for you, comfort. I really appreciate it. I'm getting better though. I came a long ways. Because it's a year and a half, and it's funny how that year and a half has flew by so quick. Before I know it, 2 years. I mean, it's weird, but yeah, me and my daughter was talking about that the other day. She said it don't even seem like Dad has been gone that long, you know. Hey, Chill Will Creek, what's going on? Jolie, I appreciate that. Hello, chat. It says, so sorry, Yolanda. I pray for you daily. I appreciate it, Rachel. Like I said, time is going on. I am healing slowly. I've learned to accept it. At first, the first few months, it was real hard, but life goes on. It's me. It says, yes, ma'am. Tony, your man. It says, Chill Will Crew. Jolia, it says, embrace those emotions, sis. It says, blessed are those that mourn, for they will be comforted. You will be comforted, sis. I appreciate that. Jolia says, Chill Will. Hey, hun. Jolia, it says, sis, you got a load tonight. If you do, I need you to be okay after this live. Now, I don't have a load tonight, sweetheart. I just have to roll out in the morning. Sometime tomorrow, whenever. I have all day tomorrow to pick up my load. So I'll get it whenever I get it. It's as simple as that. So I'm good. But I just wanted to share that. I had never shared that and stuff like that. And it's what it is. You learn to be okay with stuff. Whether you lose a parent, a spouse, a sibling, or a child, all of them, even a best friend, it's very hard. But like I said, we all have an expiration date. That's why I said I don't think people should take life for granted. Some people do, though. You shouldn't. And you should try to be happy, even in your marriage or your relationship. I'm telling you, man, y'all just don't know. You won't realize until it's too late. A lot of people take marriages and relationships for granted. I remember Kirk Franklin. He did a gospel song with Rance Allen, and they sung that gospel song. And in that song, if you listen to Kirk Franklin say, we all take different things for granted. You won't start missing or mourning that spouse until they're gone, until you putting your hand on that casket. But see, it's too late. They're gone, Like I say, it could be anyone. It could be a spouse. It could be a best friend, whatever. It could be a pet. You got a lot of people that are pet lovers. Their pets are a part of their family. You can lose a pet and just be devastated, It says, so it's just what it is. It's a part of life. We grow. I'm going to tell y'all this story real quick, and I'm going to end this live. So I was rolling down the road one night, and I listened to different radio stations. I was listening to a radio station. The lady that's the host, her name is Leanne. Living Life with Leanne. Her name is Leanne, and Darla or something like that. But the other host, but long story short is, so I listened to this lady, she called in, and because they do requests. And she says, oh, the lady called in. I'll never forget this story. And it really makes you think. Listen real careful. So I'm going to tell you this story before I end the live, because I'm right at almost at 2 hours. So the lady called in, and she's like, yeah, Darla is her name. Yes, I have a request. And she said, yeah, sweetheart, what is your request? And her request, it was like a song. What's the name of the song? Oh, I know the name of the song. It was by what's her name? Oh Lord, listen to this song. It's Coming to Me. Oh my gosh, that girl won the American Idol. She's a country singer. What is? Oh my gosh, she can throw down. What is her name? This is just our temporary home. The old man said this. What is her name? I can see her, the blonde girl. I forget her name. Oh my God. Anyhow, if I think of the name of the song or the artist, Carrie Underwood. Bam, there it is. If you guys, I don't know what type of music you like, but Carrie Underwood, it's a country song, so everybody is not into country. I love all types of music and stuff. Like I listen to everything going down the road. But pull up a song, and the song is by Carrie Underwood. She's a country singer, and the song is called, I think it's called My Temporary Home or something like that. But she's singing about different things in life and about people passing away and so on and so on. I don't know if the song is called Lord Take the Wheel. It's something like that. If I remember, I will post it, or I might post it in my post one day, but only you guys will know that was in the chat. So long story short is I listen to Carrie Underwood. Yes, Carrie Underwood has some awesome stuff. I listen to a lot of her stuff too, along with Chris Stapleton and so many other country artists, which they have some good music out there. So this young lady called in. She said, yes, I have a request. And she said, I want to listen to Carrie Underwood. Like I said, I'm not quite sure the name. If anybody know the name of the song, maybe Mary, you guys can maybe say the title of it. I don't know it, but she's talking about people passing away or whatnot. So the lady wanted that song, requested it to be played. And she says, well, why do you want this song played? And she says, well, because I lost my husband. She was like, oh, I'm so sorry. You know, my condolences. I will keep you in prayer or whatnot. And she goes, well, what happened? She said, do I have time? Can I tell my story? She goes, sure. And they take the time for him to tell the story. And she says, well, me and my husband got into a fight. And she was like, yeah, what happened? So making a real long story short is, she says, yeah, before he went to work, we were fighting about something with the kids, this, that, whatever, whatever. I'm skipping over everything. And she says, so when he left, I was very mad and I was angry at him. And she was like, really? She was like, yeah. She says, so on his lunch break, he tried calling me and I didn't pick up the phone. And when he called, he was like, oh, sweetheart, I love you. I apologize. I hate we fought, whatever, whatever. She said, then he called me on his break. Oh, sweetheart, please pick up the phone. Please pick up the phone. You know, just basically begging her to pick up the phone. And this went on. He did it. And then on his both of his breaks and his lunch. But she wouldn't pick up the phone because she was still so mad at him. And so then when he got off of work, he called her and left a message. And he said, again, she was still mad. And he called her and he said, sweetheart, it's me. Please pick up the phone. I know you're still mad at me, but I'm so, so sorry. This, that, whatever, whatever, right? And she was telling the story. And he says, well, I'm going to be stopping at the grocery store. I needed to know if we need any milk, we need any bread or whatnot. Hun, pick up the phone. I'm going to sit here about 5 minutes or so and see if you call me back. So he tried calling her again. He kept trying to call her. And she said he kept trying. And she said she was watching him calling her. And he kept saying, I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please pick up the phone. I know you're still mad at me. Let's not be mad at each other, whatever, whatever. It was so, I will never, ever forget this story. And so she said she didn't pick up the phone. So she said he called again and said, okay, hon, I'm on my way home and stuff like that. I waited and I waited. I sat here in the car and you didn't pick up the phone, whatever, whatever, right? And so all of a sudden she noticed that her husband wasn't home. He should have been home by now. And so she thought, oh, it's odd. Well, he's not here. And she said without a few hours later, she get a knock at the door. And she said she goes to the door, she sees all of these sirens and the police and stuff is outside of her house. They ask her, are you Miss such and such? And she goes, yeah, why? What's going on? He said, ma'am, can we come in? We need to talk to you. She's like, talk to me. She said she thought he had got arrested or done something bad or whatever the deal might be. And they told her to sit down and take a seat. And they said her husband had passed away. And she lost it. And she said, well, what happened? They said he was coming home from the grocery store and a drunk driver hit him and unalived him. And so we need you to come down to the morgue and we need you to identify his body. In other words, it's a little bit more to the story what she told. And it was just so weird, like so strange. But what she was saying, her husband had been gone a couple of years and it's still troubling her. And what she was saying is the last thing she have of her husband is the voicemails that she listens to over and over again. And she has like a guilty conscience because in her mind she's saying, had she would have picked up the phone, would have been different. Could she have saved him? She never got to apologize to say, I love you and I'm sorry. It's okay. She said, had I would have picked up the phone when he was at the store or at work, it could have changed 4 or 5 or 10 minutes from that drunk driver running into him. But then you never know. So she's going to always have the what if, you know, what if? It says, Jesus, help her, Lord, help her. Yes, yes. So what I'm saying is that's why you remember the old folks used to say, when you're married or you're in a relationship, whatever it might be, never go to bed angry at your spouse. If you are angry at your spouse, you need to make up before you guys go to sleep because you never know. You might not get to apologize to them. So in other words, he passed when they were still, well, she was still angry. And she said she would never be able to apologize to him. She lost him the way that she did. And I understand what she's saying. And she said the funny part is we was fighting about nothing. That's what she said. Yep. That's a story I will always remember. And I was rolling down the road just crying, listening to that. And I was like, wow, that was mind blowing that she didn't get to apologize to him before he passed away. Well, guess what? She didn't know he was going to pass that night. She didn't know a drunk driver was going to come down the road and that was going to happen. She thought he was going to come home like he did every night and it was going to be all dandy. But unfortunately, it didn't turn out that way. And she said she still have the guilt, saying that she never picked up the phone. She never got to talk to her husband. She said the last time she spoke to her husband, they had an argument. Isn't that sad? That is just sad. It's so many stories that I can tell you that I think about. And I'll tell you one more real quick. I used to work with this lady, and her name is Vera. And this is how long ago. We worked together at Kmart. If anybody know a store by the name of Kmart, we used to work. Do anybody remember Kmart, or did you have a Kmart where you live? Well, where I used to live, there used to be a Kmart. And so long story short is, this was when Kmart had layaways and they had customer service. You're talking about way back in the day. Yeah. So yes, it was like that. So we worked at this Kmart together, and she had been working there for a long time. Her husband had worked at a company called Boeing. You know, if anybody know Boeing, they make airplanes and stuff like that. Says, yes, blue girl, you ain't lying. The blue like specials, Kmart was the place to be. I worked there with her. And her name is Vera. And I remember Vera. I never forget Vera. Vera was due to retire in a couple of weeks. So long story short, her husband had worked at Boeing for years. And anybody know, you can look up Boeing, they build airplanes, all kind of stuff, whatever. I think he was one of the mechanics or something like that. He was there for years. Anyhow, he had did his time and he retired. So they sold their house and they got all the money out of the house. They got rid of everything. And they bought this big old bus camper, like them long buses, like a Greyhound, but it's like a camper that you can just travel in. And that was their thing. They were going to travel the world and go and see places and see this and see that. He had already retired a month prior to her. Okay. Yep. Remember Kmart's. Yes, you're right. It's Mary. And so she was due to retire coming up. So she still had a few weeks. He was already out, but they had gotten rid of everything. And that was their thing. She couldn't wait to retire. So she would always go home at lunch, or her daughters would. I think she was, when they sold their house, if I'm not mistaken, her and her husband, they were even living with her sister or her daughter or something, just until she retired, because they was going to go on out. Motor RVs, that's what they are. Yes, they are very expensive, very costly, and also very nice. But they bought one of those. And so she would go, she wasn't far to go back and forth. So when she left, whoever they were staying with was not there, if I remember the story right. So she left to go home like she did every day to eat lunch with him and stuff. And she kept calling him though, but he wasn't picking up. And how come when she went home, guess what? He was laid out in the shower, had a heart attack and died. 3 weeks later, right before she retired, she died too in a car accident. Well, excuse me, I'm supposed to say unalive. I'm sorry, YouTube. You can't say that. It's unalive, whatever. No, it's the other word, the M word. You're not supposed to say. But yeah, she passed on. Yeah. So all of that they worked. All I know this is sad, but I'm using these stories as an example to say, don't be mad at nobody like that. Like especially the spouse, like, because you just don't know. They worked all of them years and saved all of that money and sold the house and got the money and bought that. They didn't even have that motor RV that long. Well, guess what? They both within that time. And I'm like, wow, I know they're in heaven together, but that was just wild right there. It's crazy, man. I think of a lot of stuff, and that's what I say, man. If it ain't right, make it right. You got to make it right, because we're all here. Live your life and enjoy it. Do whatever makes you happy, you know? I mean, I'm not saying live it like, I remember back in the day, they used to say, live your life like it's your last day or whatever. People just doing their thing. But live life. Be happy. Whatever it is that make you happy, do it. Don't put it off. If you got a bucket list, do that bucket list. If you can afford it, you can do it, whatever. If you want to travel the world, travel. If you want to go swimming every day, go swimming. If you want to walk around butt naked, walk around butt naked. I'm just saying, be careful in certain states though, but I'm just saying, do what makes you happy. Live life. You got to, because it's not promised. And I pray every day I get up, I said, thank you, sweet Jesus, Lord, have mercy. Another day, another blessing. If people do their birthday, they celebrate it with gifts and all of this extra stuff. The best gift that you can get for your birthday is life itself. No material objects out there can take the place of life. I'm telling you, just enjoy it. That's the best birthday gift. Anybody ever ask you, hey, what you want for your birthday? You know what you tell them? Another birthday, because that's what I want. Another birthday. I'd rather be homeless on the street and have another birthday than to have a big old mansion and don't see another birthday. I'm just keeping it real. So yeah. So yeah, it's Mary says, yes, ma'am. I thank God every day. Yes, you got to. Every day, each day is just a blessing from the man above. So you guys, like I said, the chat then got slammed. I did go over a little bit. It's a little bit over that 2-hour match. Like I said, everybody, I'm not going to do a roll call. Everybody that's here, if you want to pop out and say, hey, if you want to support each other, every morning I wake up, I say, good morning, God. I know that's right, Rachel T. I know that's right. Yes. And like I said, all of you guys that support me, that always come in my chat and be there from the beginning to the end, I cannot thank you enough. I know everybody that's in here are some of the main people that always come into my chat. It was definitely a pleasure to see Jolia up in the chat, how she popped in and showed the support, her and her husband, Henry. Shwani, her husband, popped in. There's so many people that popped in here, that always pop in and show me some love. And there was a couple of new people that I hadn't seen here before. Tony Yeoman is always showing me love. Edward, Chill Wheel Crew. Numbers Crunchers. I can go on and just name everybody that popped in, even those that were in the bushes that didn't even pop in. I appreciate them. It's Mary. You guys, only 2 in the chat. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm going to get ready in. And it got slammed. Everybody then went on about their business. But like I said, I'm just saying this in case people want to do a replay or that wasn't here. Express basketball. And I can't name everybody, but heck, it was really wonderful. It's just, I will stay here all night, LOL. I know you will, Rachel T. Rachel T, just like Mary and so many other, is a great supporter. And ever since Rachel started rocking with me, she has been supporting me to the fullest. I appreciate you, Rachel. I have nothing but love. Mary has always supported me. You know what, Mary? I want to say this before we get on the chat. How did me and you connect, Mary? Do you remember? It's Mary. And I can't even, Rachel, how did me and you, I'm curious. How did me and you connect, Rachel? Does anybody, half of the people, I can't remember how we connected. It's a few of them that I met. I know it's Grandma's World. I know me and her connected on Tony's, she said on Tony Live one time. So Rachel T, do you remember? It says, it's me. It says, I'm thankful Yo Tony Man. So we met on Yo Tony's Man. Is that how we met, Mary? So Rachel T, how did me and you met? Do you remember? I can't remember how I met half of the people, but I know it was a lot of it is probably due to Tony Yo Man. It says I met Mary through you, and I met you through Slim Shell, I think. Okay, so okay, Rachel, we met through Slim Shell, and then it's me. We met through Tony Your Man. Okay, okay. See, that's what I'm saying. The majority of the people, a lot of people that I met from Tony's page. Like, remember I just told you guys earlier, I said the majority of the people that rock with me, I met from Tony Yo Man's, either his live or his chat, or I think when I did a collab, somewhere in there. Like I told y'all, I met a lot of people over there, and a lot of people on Slim Shell too. Cause Slim Shell, she puts a lot of people in her posts. Every day she posts different people. You stay there until you move down, but she puts so many people throughout the day, and you have to go there and catch them because they move through her chat. Like me, when I put them in my posts stay up like 24 hours, sometimes 2 days. But Slim, she supports so many people that it's like a I don't know how to explain Slim's. Like if Slim puts you in her post right now, it's gonna move down, and then you get knocked out, and then she rotates it, and it goes down until you get knocked out. Now you do fine if she's done posting for the night, and you right up there. Well, you're gonna stay there until she come back the next morning, and then she'll start posting, and you steady go down and down and down. I love how she do that. I call Slim Shell, I call her the queen of posting. That is the queen of posting. Okay. She do not be playing, and she support, and if she ain't made it to your page, she gonna get over there somehow. She gonna post you somehow, shape, or form. So yeah, she's awesome. So I love Slim Shell. Slim Shell has been rocking in these YouTube streets for a long time, and I wish Slim, when she would post, when she does her live, man, she be tearing it up. I said, girl, why you not posting them? Put them up. I don't know if she's monetized. She does so well. All of the hits that she get. She is the queen of connection. Yes, she is. That's a good title for her. We could start calling Slim Shell the queen of connection. That's a good one, Rachel, because Slim Shell is so beautiful. I love her. She is so sweet. Everybody love her. If Slim went live right now, everybody would stop what they're doing and just run right over there to her. Yes, because she is an awesome supporter too. It's so many great people on these YouTube streets that are just awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And a lot of people have connected from different people. It says everyone else through your life. Yes, 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 it's me. So like I say, you all, we had a wonderful time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody is moving on up. Congratulations to you. Rachel T, you have hit that mile marker over that 1K. You well on your way to 15K. You go, girl. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Hey. So you go ahead. You know what I'm saying? It's me. She's moving up. Everybody's moving up, and that is just awesome. So you guys, thank you. Until the next pop-up, I want to say everybody stay blessed, stay prayed up, y'all. I'm telling y'all, stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Please do, please do, please do. Continue to support each other. Do the best that you can. I appreciate everybody that came here, everybody that's rocking with me. All the thumbs up. Listening to me this whole 2 hours, over 2 hours, run my mouth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I cannot thank you guys enough. Okay, everybody. I'm not going to do a roll call. Everybody know who was in here. Anybody that you want to connect with, go right ahead. All you got to do is tap them on and go connect with them. Okay. So it's me. It says, and I thank you for the support. No problem, Mary. You know, I'm always going to be able to support you. And I thank you for the support. I thank everybody, even those that gone. There's one person that I think Mary is the only one still left in here. Said, oh, Rachel is still here. It says, yes, have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow. All right, Rachel be cracking me up. She be on them lives, don't she? She tells me, we'll see you tomorrow. Come on, girl. Gotta just love her. One thing Mary said about Rachel, she's a gem. That's for sure. Rachel be on it. But I appreciate you guys. Keep putting out them videos, the content. Let's stay as consistent as we can be. Continue to sort of support each other and to keep each other up in prayer. All righty. Good night, you guys. Have a wonderful night. Whatever you got planned. I'll get over to your page. We just continue to support and go around. And remember, you guys, after a while, y'all know Tony Yo Man go upload his video sometime later tonight. So if you guys get a chance, go over to his page. If you can't catch it tonight, show him some love and check him out in the morning, because he's a great supporter too, just as well. And anybody put up any content before I go to sleep tonight, I'll try to get over there. And if I don't make it there tonight, I'll be over there first thing in the morning or in between loads. You guys have a good one. Thank you again for rocking with me and listen to my sad stories. I hate that I went there, but I had to. That's just what I was led to do. So again, you guys have a good one, and we'll catch everybody later. Good night, everyone. It's Yolanda signing off. Do. Keep on supporting. Good night.